guys, welcome back. Today I thought we'd do a He-Man review. So this is the Wave 2 of Masters of the Universe Origins figures. So Wave 2 consists of 4 figures. I can't remember if there's other things in Wave 2, but these are the actual regular release figures that you get within that. So you get Trapjaw, who's obviously one of the bad guys. Orco, who's one of the good guys on He-Man's side. He's the kind of dorky magician. And then you get Scareglow, who's just to the right there, who's a baddie as well. And Many Faces, who is on the good side. Although I do believe in the comic, or the solid cartoon, or even in the comic as well, I think Skeletor tried to convince him to be on the bad side, or did get him on the evil side for a short time before he then reverted back. So here they are, all of them. I'll just go through. I thought we'd do a mass review, and we'll take a look at them all. Packaging on all of them's pretty decent. I received them from a company over in, I think it's Spain, which I've ordered the first wave from. Had no issues. You can see no issues with the card. I mean, I'm going to open them up anyway, but just for those that are worried about that, no issues in terms of the card. They seem in pretty good nick. All of these have the kind of standard kind of rock burst kind of look that you would see on the vintage figures, and the Master of the Universe logo at the top. Many Faces. It includes a comic. It looks like it's a different one from the first wave, so it looks like with each wave they have a different comic. And in packaging, he looks pretty good. The colours, like the orange and things, do look quite bright. That's the only thing. And then on the back here, you get some artwork here. One of them kind of doing his acting bit, and then one of him changing into this monster who seems to be under the control of Skeletor. And then you've got how he changes his different faces there. And then on the back, you've got some of the other figures that are included in the line. Then moving over, let's go Trapjaw. So yeah, again, with Trapjaw, what I'd say is the colours look quite bright on here. It looks as if there's a bit of overspray on some of the grey at the top there, just looking at it. But it comes with all the normal accessories. Got his cool kind of belt across here, which you saw with the vintage toy. I presume all of his kind of gun accessories are at the back there. A few little nicks on the card for this one, but at the top it looks fine. And then again on the back, kind of shows his kind of gimmick, the fact that you can move the mouth plate up and down, and then as well you can swap out the different guns. And then at the top here you get a bit of artwork here with Trapjaw kind of swinging into action and using the his helmet there as a kind of what do you call it? Like a line that you can kind of travel down, but it doesn't look as if there is like a clip or anything on that, so you can't actually do that, but would be a cool feature. Then you get Orco here as well, very much looking like he does in the cartoon series. You know, real kind of hat is very cool. Like the way they've done that, and he's even got, looks like a fair bit of articulation on the arms. It looks like underneath here he comes with like a flight stand, so that's cool, something a bit different. You can pose him so you can do like he's doing that magic spell. And then on the back here you've got him showing here with Man-at-Arms, and him kind of throwing a bucket of water over Beastman, and then the other figures in the line. Again, the card back, not too bad shape on this one. Looks, I didn't notice that there's like a gap underneath here, presumably to make it a little bit easier to open, I presume. A few little nicks down at the bottom of the card back, but nothing too bad. And then we get Scareglow. This seems to be the one that everyone's trying to go mad and trying to get this guy. The vintage toy himself is quite hard to get hold of. It does look as if it's a plastic cape that he comes with. I do believe he does glow in the dark, so you have to test that out. You have to kind of go and almost like get him next to the light and then switch out the lights to be able to see that. And yeah, so that shows you his gimmick. And then up above here shows Prince Adam alongside, I can't remember this guy's name, but he has been announced, I think, in wave 3 or 4. And just shows that obviously it comes with a comic and the other figures in the line. So that is that. What we'll do now is I'll open them up and we'll take a look at each of the figures and see what we think. Right, here we are. We got them all out of the box. And yeah, that thing where I mentioned down at the bottom there doesn't really seem to make much of a difference in terms of opening them. It makes it a little bit easier. But you still end up ripping a load of stuff off it. Each of them do come with the same comic, which I mentioned. So, and it features kind of all the figures in this wave. So there is no kind of text to it. So I guess the idea with this one is that it's purely visual. And what they will do with this one is it just is then everyone can use it, so it can, you know, it's translatable in any country. They can put this in. It can be used in Europe, all over the world. It's pretty cool, and it kind of features Orco really as their main kind of character who gets. They make almost like an evil version of Orco, Skeletor with scare glow. Trapjaw's involved as well. Somehow, obviously, they capture the real Orco to kind of trick He-Man to thinking that Orco's turned evil. And this evil Orco is going to steal this orb, I think. And obviously, they let the other Orco escape, and there's all a bit of confusion. But it looks like in the end, Skeletor does kind of get his way, even though he does escape. So one of the rare times Skeletor comes out on top, it looks like. Looking at the figures, so we'll look at many faces first of all. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this guy. The one thing I noticed straight away when I got out, obviously he had his head like that, but this top bit moves around as well. So that's really cool. That actually can go all the way around, which is really nice. I didn't think they'd done that. So you also get the heads which rotate around like that. The kind of monster face, I think, is a bit basic, could do with a bit more detail, but it's pretty easy to move them around, and each face is kind of painted quite well, especially the human face. I think that's probably their best one. The robot face is okay, and kind of this one comes in third, but yeah, it's kind of like an orange plastic, and then with the paint added and around it, and then on the arms, the blue plastic with the yellow sort of like orange over it. It's not a bad match, but it is a little bit either a little light in places or a little heavy in places, and you get things like there's a little bit of blue overspray on here, but other than that, it's pretty good quality wise. You get waist articulation here. The arms can move all the way around. It's pretty good articulation. Do be careful with the arms bending up. You can sort of go up to there, but quite often on these figures they are a little bit stiff, and I've seen people where they've snapped these off, so be careful. The hands rotate all the way around and sort of move in and out. This one's like a gun hand, so you can hold something in it. You get the same articulation, and he holds his weapon, which is just cast in orange plastic. He holds that really well. Again, some nice paint on here, even some kind of blue glossy paint in and around, which goes around to the back of the figure. Back of the figure cleans up nice as well. The legs kind of come all the way out there, can move forward fairly well and back fairly well. Swivel there, nice bend in the knee there, and even swivel there, and the feet move back, not forward so much because of the mould. Don't really get much of a tilt, but it kind of move side to side there a little bit, but you can get some good poses out of him. I quite like the fact that in the kind of monster one, you could kind of have him out like that, have his hands out like that. So I thought that was pretty good. Not sure which of the faces I'll have on display yet, but pretty impressed with that one. So this table's a little bit awkward, so I'm just trying to get him stood up right. And then we've got Trapjaw. So he comes with these 3 accessories which you can clip in on his belt, so you can clip either of them in. I've got the gun in at the moment, but you can swap them around really easy. Just kind of pull them out, pull this one back in, and they slot in ever so well, and then you can slot these in here, and it works really well. And what's really cool is the metallic metal arm kind of bends and rotates around here, so this goes all the way around, so you can get some really cool poses as well as moving this bit around. Yeah, really some nice articulation. This piece here is actually molded in, so it's actually a little bit different. You can pop the arms out, so you could say give him a human arm if you wanted to, so you can pop that out like that. Seems fairly easy. There's a bit of excess plastic there, so you could actually give him many faces hand if you wanted to, like that. So yeah, that's the cool thing about these ones, is you can kind of mix and match stuff around like that. Yeah, you swap all the guns around and bits and pieces. I normally stick with the gun on this one, but you can use that bit there for a zip wire. That's what I was thinking of earlier. Just wouldn't fall into my head there. But yeah, this piece here is all painted black. It's done really nice. It's like a flat black. You can get a bit of movement out on this one as well, which is nice. And same articulations we mentioned with many faces on the arms. Just be careful with that movement up. Nice green paint on here. The head moves all the way around. You get a little bit of movement up and down. The face is painted well. You've kind of got green paint and a little bit of grey down here. So there's a bit of overspray on here. And yeah, you've got black for the eyes and little white dots here. The mouth does open and close. Where they painted it underneath, you can move it all the way down, but you actually can move it past that bit. So to have it displayed properly, you can only really move it down as far as there. Nice detailing on this. This is removable, so it can come off. It's made of green plastic, and the kind of normal shorts that you would expect with a Mo2 figure. Nice moulding on the chest. Green paint apps on the legs. The legs here just seem a little bit rough, or like there's some sort of something extra on it, like where it just seems like you want to scratch or clean that off. But same articulation with the legs, so you kind of move up and back and to the side, swivel there, bend there. Again, the boots rotate around, up and down. Not much side to side or tilt in there because of the casting of the boot. It seems like these two share the same moulding for the boots, so that's where you get some of the kind of shared costs and things with them. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this guy. Pretty cool looking Trapjaw. It's great that you've got the added articulation. You can have him kind of zapping someone. Be nice to see if they come up with like blast effects and things for these ones. But as it is, he's a pretty cool figure. Then you got Scareglow. And this guy's got this really awesome cape. It's in this kind of plastic here, but it is kind of pliable. You can move it around a bit, but it falls into one shape. But it does look really good. And you've got this piece holding it around here. You can take it off if you want, either by pulling off his head or just sort of moving it around. His hands here are just sort of set a little bit weird at the moment, but I think I should be able to move them back slightly, or move this one over slightly on the clasped hand. But the articulation is exactly the same. You get a little bit more on the head, so you can actually look all the way down and up, and a little bit more side to side. But the paint is really good on this guy. He's set in this kind of translucent plastic. which has got a nice feel to it, but you get these black stripes going all the way through him, all on the kind of his kind of body work and down his arms and everything else like that. And his head's done really nice. He's kind of got a bit of black paint and red paint for the eyes, and this little kind of mark that goes down here, and the face mouth is done nicely as well. His weapon here is set in kind of like green soft plastic. You do have to be a bit careful getting it on, because I try to kind of slot it down here, and it's quite easy to bend, so I tend to sort of just pop it on like that. But all the same articulation at the waist and the legs. Obviously you get a slightly different cut in the boot, so it rotates around here, and then at this top bit here, and then with the feet you kind of get a little bit more of a tilt on them, and a more of a forward and back motion as well, just because of the shape of the feet. And obviously you can swap those around, so you can swap them with Skeletor. I mean, you can swap them with the other guys. It might look a little bit weird with him wearing Trapjaw's boots, but you can do. And of course he does glow in the dark as well, which is a neat little fit thing that you can do with him as well. But yeah, he's really nice. I do like the look of this guy. I'm sure I'll just put all the bad guys together in one group, and then all of the He-Man's guys in one group for the time being, until I get some sort of other sort of play sets and things to sort of pose them alongside. But yeah, he's really cool. The last one, just to take a look at, is Orco, and I was really impressed with him as well. He's got this neat kind of glitter stand here, which is set in purple plastic with this sort of glitter bits throughout it, and if I can unplug it, but it just plugs into there. It's quite a tight connection, as you see. I can't take it out. You can take him out here, and you can move it around like that. So you can pretty much, get him down to the ground here, moving up and around, however you want him, really. And even the head has got some nice articulation. I thought this was going to be a solid piece, but you can get him looking down like that, like he's shy and sort of trying to hide himself, or looking up like that, like he's surprised. You can move this side to side like that as well. It's really nice. This is like orange plastic, and the ears are painted blue. No articulation for the ears, but the arms rotate around. They can go all the way around and up. Rotation at the elbow, and then it bends up here. Again, the arms move backwards and forwards and rotate around. And same with this hand as well. So yeah, you can kind of get him in all sorts of poses and make it look like he's casting a spell, or he's like really surprised, like ooh. It's really great. And the body itself is just kind of solid plastic with the over Orco on the side there, but it's a really nice sculpt. Cool idea that it came with a little flight stand. And yeah, really impressed with these guys, and they're going to look great on display alongside all of the other Motu originals. And looking forward to getting wave 3. I kind of wished that you can see the connection there. I kind of wish I did pre-order from the same site that I got these from. I did have ordered a couple of extra ones. So we'll see if we can get some more reviews when those turn up as well. So kind of like battle armor ones. I'm kind of losing track of which wave they're on at the moment, but certainly the first couple of waves have been fairly easy to pick up. But it seems to me that the sort of waves kind of three and going forward going to be a little bit harder getting hold of, but hopefully they'll turn up at retail soon. But obviously it's kind of challenging times at the moment. That's it for now, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the review, having a look at something a little different. I do mainly review Transformer stuff on this, but starting to review a few other bits and pieces. If you're watching this and you're more into Master of the Universe, please do kind of share this to kind of other groups or other people you think will be interested, because I'm kind of mainly known for Transformer stuff. So I don't think a lot of people are aware at the moment of me reviewing all the sort of Master of the Universe origin stuff. So that would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay safe. Bye-bye for now.